With this one, I would like to move to the next question. This one is about as an customer is there, entrepreneur is there. Entrepreneur is trying to solve many particular problems. And to solve the problems, entrepreneur is creating some sort of products to solve this problem. So, end of the day, there is a lot of key tactics there to generate customers. Basically, acquiring customers. There's a lot of tips for this one, a lot of tactics for that one too. And a business success always depends on the performance of customer fulfillment center, how they will be fulfilling their customers. Acquiring and fulfilling. So let's talk a little bit about the acquiring part. A lot of businesses creating and they finally die because their customer acquiring cost is much more higher than their actually profit line, and finally they just run out of the money and they go out of the business. So on this one, my question is for Ledwig is about what are your top 5 tips for an entrepreneur who can keep the customer acquisition cost down?
Yeah, as you mentioned, the customer acquisition costs are actually the sales and marketing costs. And what you can do is that you focus very much on data analysis to optimize your sales and marketing processes to faster gain your paying customers and better understand your target group, that you collect the data and analyze it. That is very important. And then what you can do is also to cut the costs is to where you can do it to utilize marketing automation. So if you have a team, for example, preparing something that has to be posted in social media also for your marketing activities, think about, for example, using an app, not let your employees do all this, that they prepare it and post it, and every time they sit in front of the computer and send out every post that they will share. So do that if you prepare a very good marketing sentences or thing you want to send out, then let that do in an automated way. This can help the costs and also make it possible for your team to go out to meet clients and have really, talk face-to-face meetings if Corona allows, of course. But that is, you can use so your potential much more efficient. And then what you can do that is another thing that you do try some affiliate collaborations with sales representatives, for example, that are paid on the basis of commission, of course, and then the salary in this marketing and sales field is a bit more is lower, of course. That can be one thing. And then very important, that is a sentence go back to Walt Disney, who says that do what you do so well that they will want to see it again and bring their friends. So this is a very important thing, because of course you cannot always avoid completely the costs for marketing, and so it's very important that you do it. But if you do that what you offer very good, then there will be a word of mouth marketing as well, and your customers will tell about it, and so they do the marketing for you if they are really convinced and satisfied with your service. And if you make that and use it in a clever way, then you can also leverage social media, can include your customers as testimonials if they are willing to do it, or even if they are so fascinated of that what you offer that they will do it, and they bring you new clients. And that is of course perfect if you have these social media channels. Then it facilitates a positive dialogue with your customers, and so that can also help, especially at the beginning. If you don't have so much money you can spend, then really go on this to work on your service, on your product, that you have satisfied customers. because if they are not satisfied, also it's very difficult. If you lose them, then they will not talk good about your company, about your service, and it will be even harder to gain other new clients, and is actually 6 up to 7 times more expensive to gain new clients than to keep the old ones.
Thank you. You mentioned about one point before I summarize. You mentioned about data analytics. Use the data analytics. Would you like to share any particular example where entrepreneur can focus about using data analytics for keeping their acquisition cost down?
What for I did not understand it from acoustic. You said that which tips how to lower the costs?
I mean that you mentioned about data analytics, right? One of the
yeah.
So how can the entrepreneur look at an example or a story which you used in your site, or any entrepreneur can do? What kind of data analytics they can do it for a particular case study or an example would be great. I think that will really. I think that's what we did to say about data analytics is a very important aspect. So please share.
Yeah, I'm not the expert so much in this data analysis in this field, but you can see actually from if you observe from by cookies, for example, about where your customers come from. You can ask some maybe some questions, feedback questions also, and you can evaluate it afterwards. That you find out through this feedback and what is how you can reach your target group the fastest, or you can, for example, offer also some newsletters or email to use them later for email campaigns, and collect all these data of the interested potential customers, that you can target them quite fast and collect this data.
Thank you, Ludwig. So about this one, I would just like to add to the viewers is about data analytics is a great approach for you to keep any kind of product cost really down. There's a lot of kind of data analytics there, but one of the fundamental way they can be really, really helpful for the entrepreneurs. If you check out the lean analytics, if you Google out the keyword, you will see lean analytics is actually an analytics which can give you a really great insight about what is happening in your even small business or medium-sized business or big business. If you have a small business and an entrepreneur, this can really help you out to find out how you can analytics the data, and you can create many decisions and why many symptoms is happening in your business. You'll be able to assess. So now I'd like to just summarize Ludwig's all tips. Ludwig actually gave 4-5, but actually there was a more key lights I would like to highlight from the sharing. Number one, have a mindset to keep the marketing costs low, because you're entrepreneurs, you cannot just go for high flying. You need to be very targeted. Number two, use data analytics. The thing you cannot see, you cannot measure. The thing you cannot measure, the thing you cannot improve. So to see thing, you need to have the system and you have to have the process. Number three is about improved sales marketing process. So this is number two, which I just mentioned about. You need to have the right process and you can always continuously improve it. Number four, keep it lean. Keep it lean, not heavy in the beginning as an entrepreneurs. Number five, automate. And marketing could be one of the way to you can automate many process, which we just gave one example, which is very helpful. Number five, partner with other people. Talk about other partners, distributors, create partnerships. And one of the great way to create partnerships is about go and tell them what you can really do for them, and they will be able to come and be your partner too. And number six, I would like to say about focus on the product. If your product is not good, your customer acquisition costs go over the mountain, and you will be never been. So you have to have a product with a good category, quality as well too. So that's the way I would like to always share it about never upsell your product. You want to upsell the price. Do not upsell the product. Number seven is about testimonials. You need to have the right testimonials for the good clients, and that can be really help you to acquire new customer, and that can help you to reduce the customer acquisition cost. And number 7 is about manage your budget. Don't plan some campaign which is not in your budget. So plan something in your budget, but you can be always creative, but do not go over your budget. And number 8 is about focus on cross sells, because if you can cross sell, your customer acquisition cost can be always lower. So these are my key takeaways from sharing from Ludwig, and I really enjoyed listening to each of the tips.